Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm. Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park West. On this final day of the racing week, we have 10 races on the Sunday card. Let's get right to the track and weather conditions.
We start the afternoon with the fast main track and a firm turf course here in South Florida today. First race of the afternoon is on turf at 7.5 furlongs. Maiden claimers in for a price tag of $25,000. 8 went to the gate. The favorites included 1, Randy Sr., and 4, Blue Xanadu.
And they're off at Gulfstream Park West. Blue Xanadu breaks well from in between runners. So does Major Key on the inside. Will take second. Wilshire Star up on the outside in third. Another Indelible. The gray is trying to drop down. Going to be wide heading towards that first turn in the 4th spot. 1 Classy Dude is in 5th, followed by Randy Sr. Got a little tight there for Randy Sr. To the outside of that runner is Alabandis, and far back right now is the trailer American Rocket. As they move around that first turn, Blue Xanadu is up by a length and a half. Wilshire Star stalking from second. Another Indelible. Went a little wide in the first turn, is a little tough to handle in the 3rd spot. Major Key is in 4th. 1 Classy Dude is in the 5th position. Alabandis in 6th. That one is followed by Randy Sr. and still far back to the trailer American Rocket. Less than a half mile to go. Blue Xanadu still with the lead. Wilshire Star is right there in second. 3/4 a length back in the 2nd position. Major Key has moved past another Indelible who starts to drop back a bit in the 4th spot. 1 Classy Dude is trying to run on from 5th. Randy Sr. is going to have some traffic and is trying to come on from the back. Alabandis and American Rocket, the trailer, as they approach that 1/4 mile pole. Here comes Wilshire Star right outside of Blue Xanadu. Wilshire Star is now taking the lead. Major Key looks to be a major player up on the outside. Wilshire Star with the lead, but here comes Major Key down the center of the race course. Wilshire Star, Major Key has now put ahead in front. Major Key, Wilshire Star, Blue Xanadu back to 3rd. Randy Sr. on late, but Major Key is now opening up, and Major Key will break the maiden and win. Wilshire Star finished 2nd. Randy Sr. finished 3rd. Blue Xanadu 4th. Alabandis 5th, and 1:32-1.
Number 2, Major Key gets a good trip in today's first race and kicks by to get the victory under jockey Jonathan Gonzalez for trainer Louis Ramirez and owners Altamira Stable. 2nd, 6, Wilshire Star, well clear of 1, Randy Sr., who was 3rd. 4, Blue Xanadu had to settle for 4th. To the 2nd race we go, the start of the 50-cent early pick 4 at 1 mile. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. 7 went to the gate. The favorite was the 3, Bama Bound.
And they're off. Bama Bound breaks well, so does Hugo Light. Mr. Steepa's asked for speed. And at the rail, Jaden's Best, but it's going to be Bama Bound about a nose in front into the first turn. Hugo Light right there to apply some pressure in 2nd. Mr. Steepa 3 wide in 3rd. Jaden's Best in 4th. Outside of that is Ravello's Boy in the 5th spot. Crazy Frank C is 3 wide in 6th. And the trailer right now is Wildcat Kitten. Has no easy lead to the backstretch as Bama Bound is about a nose in front of Hugo Light. Those two head and head up the backstretch. Mr. Steepa now takes back off of that pace in the 3rd spot. Ravello's Boy moving up in between runners in 4th. Crazy Frank C continues to be wide in 5th. Jaden's Best now 2nd to last. And the trailer 6 lengths back to Wildcat Kitten. As they approach the half-mile mark, Bama Bound has the lead, but not by much. Hugo Light has been there all the way. Mr. Steepa is coming up 3 wide. Up on the outside, Ravello's Boy is right there in 4th. Crazy Frank C is looking for some run. Still out wide. Jaden's Best is starting to drop back. Wildcat Kitten still trails. Bama Bound starts to put away Hugo Light. Mr. Steepa presents the challenge to the outside as they approach the 1/4 mile mark. Here comes Ravello's Boy, who's going to come 3 wide as well, coming after that leader. Bama Bound is on the inside. Mr. Steepa, Ravello's Boy, Hugo Light trying to run on. Also running on late is Jaden's Best. Ravello's Boy is now taking the lead. Ravello's Boy is now opening up. Bama Bound trying to re-rally in the 2nd spot. Out wide is Wildcat Kitten from far back. Ravello's Boy needs a final 16th. The Ravello's Boy is opening up. Bama Bound is in 2nd, Wildcat Kitten 3rd, but it's Ravello's Boy to win. Bama Bound finished 2nd. Wildcat Kitten 3rd. Crazy Frank C finished 4th in 1:38-2.
Number 2, Ravello's Boy, continues in great form and wins today's 2nd race under jockey Nick Juarez for trainer George Navarro and owner Mark Valentine. 2nd was the favorite 3, Bama Bound, ahead of 7, Wildcat Kitten, who finished 3rd. We'll take a brief timeout. There's more great racing action from Gulfstream Park West. And we come back right after this. We're back for the third race. It takes place on turf at a mile and a 16th. These were claimers in for a price tag of $8,000. A field of 9. The favorites were the bookends, 1 Troya and 9 Solidaire.
And they're off. Troya breaks well, asked for speed, so is MZ Dancer, Just a Coyote, and Solidaire up on the outside. It's going to be Just a Coyote to take the lead. Pretty Indiscreet has now moved up at the rail into the second position. Solidaire taken back in third. Pretty Indiscreet will now press on and take the lead. Just a Coyote in second, Solidaire in third, Troya in fourth. MZ Dancers in the fifth spot. The Red Tour and the Red Silks is in sixth. Cruising is outside of that. Earhart and the trailer Petite Lapine. They go around that first turn. Pretty Indiscreet has gotten to the lead. Pretty Indiscreet up by a length and a half. Gap about 4 to Solidaire, who's in the third position. Troya is moving up from fourth. MZ Dancer in fifth. The Red Tour is trying to make up some ground. Cruising is in behind that runner. They're followed by Earhart and the trailer still Petite Lapine. Pretty Indiscreet doing it well on the lead. Just a Coyote trying to keep up from second. Solidaire's in third. Troya's in fourth. Pretty spread out the top 4. MZ Dancer is moving up from the fifth spot. The Red Tour outside of that. Cruising trying to follow that move. Still at the back, Earhart and Petite Lapine. Pretty Indiscreet, the one to catch, and Pretty Indiscreet still up by about 3 as Solidaire is now moving into the second spot. Here comes Troya up in third as Just a Coyote starts to drop back. MZ Dancer, the Red Tour cruising, all trying to run on with Earhart. Petite Lapine still at the back. Pretty Indiscreet is doing it well on the front end. Pretty Indiscreet, a 2-length lead. Troya now comes up the rail. Here comes Troya right after Pretty Indiscreet. Solidaire running on, also running on late. The Red Tour cruising out wide. Troya has now taken the lead. Troya, Pretty Indiscreet back to second. Solidaire, the Red Tour is rolling on the outside, but Troya is gone. Troya is up by 3, and Troya will win. The Red Tour was a fast closing second. Earhart third. Pretty Indiscreet finished fourth. Solidaire finished fifth and won 46 and 4.
Number 1, Troya gets the victory in today's third race, handled well by jockey Lionel Reyes for trainer Gustavo Amaya and owners Gustavo Amaya and Rigdeg Farm. Second to 4, the Red Tour, and third was the 3, Earhart. To the fourth race now at 6 furlongs, made in special weight for state-bred fillies. These are 2-year-olds. Scratch number 3, Backseat Driver. A field of 7. The favorites were 5, Yes I'll Go, and 6, Who's Calling.
And they're off. Who's Calling breaks well, so does Yes I'll Go in between runners. Satire on the inside. Cotton Tuya is out wide, tightly bunched around that lead. St. Therese is moving up in between runners, now up into the 4th spot. Kubagwa's wide, 4 wide down the backstretch. Trailer is Mojo's Queen. Yes I'll Go has the lead. Yes I'll Go. Length and a half on Satire, who's at the rail in second, sharing that second spot with Who's Calling. St. Therese is making up some ground. Into the 4th spot, Kubagwa continues to be wide. Cotton Tuya in a tight spot is now backing out of it towards second to last, and Mojo's Queen is the trailer as they go into the far turn. Yes I'll Go with the lead. Yes I'll Go is up by 2, maybe 3 lengths. Who's Calling is right there in second. Satire trying to run on from third. Kubagwa is back there with St. Therese, who's trying to run on. Yes I'll Go, the one to catch. Who's Calling coming after that leader, but Yes I'll Go is looking very strong at the top of the stretch. Who's Calling's in second. Satire trying to run on with Kubagwa, St. Therese, but Yes I'll Go is widening the margin, approaching the 16th pole. Yes I'll Go. It's going to be a debuting winner here in the 4th. Yes I'll Go. Impressive. Who's Calling finished second. Kubagwa finished third. Satire fourth. Cotton Tuya finished fifth. And 1:09 and 4.
Favorites run 1-2 in today's fourth race. Is number 5, Yes I'll Go, gets the score, giving trainer George Navarro his second of the afternoon. Amisael Jaramillo on board for owners Hernandez Racing Club. 6, Who's Calling was second ahead of number 8, Kubagwa, who rounds out the trot. On now to race number 5. Race number 5 is on turf at 5 furlongs. Maiden claimers in for a price tag of $10,000. Rider change on number 5, She's a Hellcat, to Alvaro Doniz. The favorites were 3, Hailing, and 4, Wooden Acres.
And they're off. Salsa Queen breaks well, so does Hailing, and Hailing right out to the front. Salsa Queen in second, Broadway Broad is in third. 2 more lengths back to Jill's Catch. Trying to run on as She's a Hellcat. Also in the mix is Wooden Acres, who's now moved into the 4th position. Out wider on the track, that's Jill's Catch. Again, She's a Hellcat in between those runners. Further back, Proper Princess. Fading back is Ruby Lion, Cirquette, and Sunday Billy towards the back. But Hailing is controlling things up front. Hailing is up by about 3. Salsa Queen trying to run on Broadway Broad. Here comes Wooden Acres 3 wide coming after that leader, but Hailing has a big lead right now. Hailing is out in front by about 4. Salsa Queen trying to run on with Broadway Broad. Proper Princess is on the inside. Wooden Acres is down the center of the course. Hailing needs a final 16th, and Hailing is getting a little tired here in the lane. Proper Princess is coming after her. Here comes Proper Princess trying to nail Hailing, and Proper Princess will do it. Hailing might have held on to second with Salsa Queen. Broadway Broad finished 4th in 59-1.
Jockey Wilmer Garcia makes his return to South Florida, winning one as Proper Princess, the 6-horse, scores in race number 5 for owner Brian Miller and trainer Joe Orsino. It was a dead heat for second between 3, Hailing, and 5, She's a Hellcat. The early pick 4, $219.15. The 50-cent early pick 5 returns $1,569.85. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more great racing action, including the late pick 5 on a Sunday from South Florida right after this.
Passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded in 1999 by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, now based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 6 on the card. It was the start of the late pick 5. Claimers on the main track at 1 mile. They're in for a price tag of $6,250. The betting favorite was the Speedball, number 3, Sugar Dandy.
And they're off. Slow start for Mass Approval. Sugar Dandy goes right out to the front. Madrus has some speed. Cold Blood wants to move forward. Going to be 4 wide into that turn is Gun Carriage Osorno. Nice move there to drop down from the outside, and Osorno now up front. Sugar Dandy back to second, Cold Blood in third. Gun Carriage is in the 4th spot, Madrus in 5th. Janino is being hustled along a bit, is in the 6th position. Another 4 back to Slicka, and the trailer slow starting Mass Approval. As they move down the backstretch, Sugar Dandy has now retaken the lead. Sugar Dandy up by a half length. Osorno in second. Cold Blood is moving up closer in the 3rd spot. Gap of 4 to Gun Carriage, who's in the 4th position, followed by Janino. Madrus has dropped back to 6th. Slicka inside of that, and Mass Approval. About 10 lengths off that leader, and that leader is Sugar Dandy. Sugar Dandy up front. Osorno now re-engages from the outside in second. Cold Blood right there in third. Gun Carriage is progressing from the 4th spot. Madrus is moving outside of Janino from 5th. Slicka still second to last, and Mass Approval is still the trailer. Into the far turn and approaching the quarter-mile pole. Sugar Dandy still with the lead. Osorno is dropping back, but here comes Cold Blood, and Cold Blood is coming up to challenge Sugar Dandy. Madrus has got to run on there from the 4th spot. Gun Carriage at the rail. Cold Blood and Sugar Dandy. Sugar Dandy's got more on the lead. Sugar Dandy kicks back on, up by a half length. Cold Blood not giving in yet. Madrus running on with Osorno, Slicka, and Mass Approval. 16th to go. Sugar Dandy and Cold Blood throwing it down. Cold Blood on the outside, just edging clear. Cold Blood to win. Sugar Dandy finished second, got close for third. Slicka and Madrus in 1:39 and 3.
Number 3, Sugar Dandy, continues to run well but could not seal the deal again today as 4, Cold Blood, rolls for the victory under jockey Carlos Hernandez for owner-trainer James Duddall. 3, Sugar Dandy safe second ahead of 1, Slecka, who got up to be third. On to race 7 now. The 7th race is on turf at 1 mile. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. A field of 9 with no changes. Betting favorites included number 9, Red Parasol, and number 8, Puppery.
And they're off. Puppery breaks well from the outside, so does Aeolian. Red Parasol has some speed, and here comes Rhythm Queen at the rail. Rhythm Queen and Aeolian out to the front. No hurry. Doesn't look like a lot of speed on that front end so far, as Rhythm Queen has the lead. Aeolian in second, Puppery in third. It's IR Destiny, tough to handle there in between runners. It's at the rail is Gucci Gold. Red Parasol is 3 wide in the 6th position. Following them is She's the Winner. Second to last is Summers Back in the trailer, Sweet Mary. Rhythm Queen has the lead, and Rhythm Queen tries to slow things down on the front end, but Puppery comes right up from the outside, and now those two head and head for the lead. Aeolian's in third, Gucci Gold at the rail in fourth. Red Parasol 3 wide in the 5th position. Following them is IR Destiny, who seems to have settled now the gray. She's the winner outside of that runner. Summers Back still second to last, and Sweet Mary will have to pass them all. So they've got less than half mile to go. Puppery has now taken the lead away from Rhythm Queen. Aeolian travels well in the 3rd spot, moving up into that 2nd position now, coming after Puppery. Got a little tight there for Gucci Gold. Red Parasol hasn't made a move yet from 4th. She's the winner. Summers Back begins to run on. Zyar Destiny to the back with Sweet Mary. Less than a quarter mile to go. Puppery the one to catch. Puppery's got the lead. Aeolian coming from the 2nd spot. Red Parasol is out wide in 3rd. Puppery's still got the lead. Red Parasol and Aeolian battling for 2nd. Summers Back trying to run on. She's the winner, and Rhythm Queen. Puppery is still clear by 3. Puppery's got a 16th to go. Summers Back is now rolling on the outside. Puppery trying to hold off Summers Back, and Puppery doesn't. Summers Back finished 2nd. Red Parasol 3rd. She's the winner. Finished 4th in 1:38 flat.
The very consistent daughter of Congaree, Puppery, kicks by to win today's 7th race under jockey Luca Panici for trainer Safi Joseph Jr. and the electric blue and orange colors of Drawing Away Stable. Second, number 2, Summers Back in front of number 9, Red Parasol. She had to settle for 3rd. On to the feature race of the afternoon, race number 8 at 6.5 furlongs, an allowance optional claiming event with a field reduced by 1. Scratch number 8, Cowtown Spirit. 7 went to the gate. The favorite was on the rail, First Distinction.
And they're off. Scotland Bay hopped in the air at the start. Jamie's Dancer shows speed from the outside. Here comes First Distinction. Sober on Sunday in the mix as well. It's going to be First Distinction, now by half a length. Sober on Sunday in 2nd. Stinkster is now moving through, and Stinkster is moving up right up there with those leaders. Going to be 3 wide in the 3rd spot. Jamie's Dancer dropping back in 4th. Flashjack is in 5th, about 3 lengths off those leaders. They're followed by Scotland Bay, who's second to last, and the trailer, Sweet Medea. 4 furlongs left to go. First Distinction's got company. First Distinction up by about a neck. Sober on Sunday right there in 2nd. Stinkster is dropping back in 3rd. Flashjack is moving up from the 4th position. And behind that is Scotland Bay, traveling with Jamie's Dancer. Sweet Medea still at the back as they approach the quarter-mile mark. Sober on Sunday and First Distinction have been at it head-to-head as they hit the top of the stretch. Here comes Flashjack, and Flashjack is going to try and get to those pace setters. First Distinction found a bit more in the lead. Flashjack to the inside. Sober on Sunday. Here comes Sweet Medea with some late run. Also up on the outside is Scotland Bay. Flashjack at the rail, and Sweet Medea up on the outside. Sweet Medea is now swept by them all, and Sweet Medea is wrapped up as Sweet Medea sat off the pace, and Sweet Medea to win. Got close for 2nd, Jamie's Dancer and Flashjack. First Distinction finished 4th in 1:17 and 1.
Fast pace in today's 8th race sets it up beautifully for number 3, Sweet Medea, who's a wrapped-up winner by open lengths under jockey Roberto Alvarado Jr. for trainer Stanley Gold and owners Teresa and David Palmer. There was a dead heat for 2nd between number 2, Flashjack, and number 6, Jamie's Dancer. Don't go away, there's more great racing action from Gulfstream Park West, including the late daily double, when we come back right after this.
next January. 12 horses, $1 million buy-in for a $12 million purse. It is the world's richest race. It is the Pegasus World Cup.
We're on now to race number 9 on the card, the 9th race and allowance optional claiming event on turf at 7.5 furlongs. Scratch 10, Wild Good. Rider change on 2, Total Joint to Amisai El Jaramillo. The favorites included the 2, Total Joint. And number 8, Completely Bonkers.
And they're off. Galleon Mass breaks well and coming down from the outside. Here comes Niche with a lot of speed, and Niche right out to the front. Just fooling around will be in second, Total Joint in third. After breaking well, Galleon Mass is dropping back. It's outside of Galleon Mass is Starship Zorro. 3 wide is Biggest Little City. Cornering of 4 wide there was Completely Bonkers, who's towards the back of the field with Very, Very Stella. And the trailer is Real Steel. As they move to the back stretch, Niche has the lead. Niche is up by 2.5 lengths. Just fooling around right there in second, Starship Zorro. 3 wide in third. Gap of about 3 to Total Joint, who's settling in the 4th position. Biggest Little City is moving up from 5th. Galleon Mass, the gray, is in 6th. Outside of that runner, Completely Bonkers. Very, Very Stella is just being asked to move forward. And Real Steel at the back of the pack. Less than a half mile to go as they move to the far turn. Niche still controlling things up front. Niche still up by about 3. Just fooling around. Starship Zorro haven't gotten there yet. Total Joint is making up some ground in the 4th spot. Here comes Galleon Mass. Outside of that runner, Biggest Little City. Very, Very Stella. Also making a run is Completely Bonkers, who's going to be very wide. Niche is the one to catch. Niche with the lead. Niche is opening up a bit. Here comes Completely Bonkers up on the outside with Galleon Mass as they're trying to catch that pace setter. Galleon Mass coming after Niche. Completely Bonkers hasn't gotten there, just fooling around. Also running on the inside is Total Joint. Here comes Galleon Mass lunging forward, and Galleon Mass will nail Niche on the line. Galleon Mass finished first. Niche finished second. Completely Bonkers finished third. Close for fourth in 1:30 and 4.
Number 1, Galleon Mass gets a perfect trip, tips off cover inside the final furlong, and wears down Niche for the score under jockey Tyler Gaffleone for owner Ann Scott and trainer Dave Fawkes. 9, Niche has set the pace but had to settle for second, ahead of 8, Completely Bonkers, who finished third. To the 10th and final race we go. Claimers on turf at 7.5 furlongs. The claiming price here was $8,000. Scratch the 2, 5, and 13. Rider change on 1, On a Star to Tyler Gaffleone. And On a Star was the favorite from the rail.
And they're off. On a Star breaks very well from the inside. On a Star right out to the front. Flickering moves up into the second position as Who'da Thunk is now going to be 3 wide. As now On a Star wants to take back a bit, and Flickering is going to press on with Who'da Thunk. On a Star now back to third. Ariel's Flyer dropped down from the outside post into the 4th spot. Vineyard Nina is outside of that runner. Huacachula is in 6th, followed by Rein It In. To the outside of that runner is Fearless Princess. Sikar towards the back with Daddy's Pride as they move to the backstretch. Flickering has the lead. Flickering up by 3/4 of a length. Who'da Thunk right there in second. On a Star at the rail in third. Outside of On a Star is Ariel's Flyer. Vineyard Nina is moving up into the 4th spot. Fearless Princess trying to move forward. Huacachula is in behind that. Rein It In, Sikar, and Daddy's Pride at the back. Less than a half mile to go, and it's still Flickering on the lead. Flickering. Who'da Thunk has been right there in second. Vineyard Nina starts to move a bit from the outside in third. On a Star is waiting for the cue in the 4th position, now taking second. Ariel's Flyer is trying to run on with Fearless Princess. 1/4 mile left to go. Flickering with the lead, but awaits the challenge of On a Star. And here comes On a Star right outside of Flickering. Flickering to the inside. On a Star runs right by Flickering. On a Star has the lead. Flickering back to second. Vineyard Nina trying to run on with Huacachula. Fearless Princess on the outside. Also running on, Rein It In, and Sikar. On a Star has the lead. Flickering not done yet. Flickering fights right back. On a Star has the lead. On a Star is going to get there, and On a Star to win. Flickering finished second. It was tight for third between Rein It In and Huacachula. Fearless Princess is in there as well in 1:32 and 1.
Tyler Gaffleone sweeps the lead daily double, and he does so with very similar trips in today's 10th and 9th races, as 1 On a Star tips off cover at the top of the stretch and runs by everybody to get the score under jockey Tyler Gaffleone for trainer Carlo Vaccarezza and owner Joseph Mbisi. Second, number 6, Flickering, and third was 9, Rein It In. The late pick 5, $1,013.80. And multiple winners in the Rainbow Six. The 20-cent return is $4,108. We'll have a Wednesday carryover in the Rainbow Six of $40,214.
That wraps up today. We're dark Monday and Tuesday. We'll see you back here on Wednesday for 10 races. Post time at 12:35.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.